Welcome back to Ferris Farming Organic. Today I'm going to be talking about this John Deere 9RX and what we use it for on our farm. So first things first, I'll give you guys a nice little view of the outside. It's not going to be super great, but it's pretty packed in here in the shed. So I'll do my best to give you guys a good view of the outside of the tractor before we go inside and talk about it a little bit more. Pretty sure that was a raccoon, but we'll ignore that. Anyway, this is the tractor. It's a beautiful tractor. I really enjoyed running it this fall. I'll throw a few drone clips of me running it this fall with the Ripper and also the mocktail. So that's what it kind of looks like in action. I remember in one of these videos when I drove this, I talked about how bad the stair placement was on these tractors. You can see the stairs are, they're pretty steep, but the door handle's on that side, and I'll show you why that's a bad thing. Obviously I only have one hand, but you can see you got to open the door, oh boy, and it comes right in your face. So you can't really climb to that top rung and get in the tractor without climbing back down to get out of the way for the door. So now that we are in the cab, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the features in this tractor. The differences from the older versions of the John Deere QuadTrack to the 2022, 2020 newer versions of the QuadTrack. So starting off, obviously, the buttons are mostly the same. I don't know if any of you guys have driven or rode in the oldest John Deere QuadTrack models. Most of them are the same as they are now. Obviously you have the new radio. I don't know if you can really see that. There's I don't know how big that screen is. I think it's like 6 by 3.5, 4 inches. So it's a decent sized screen. I mean, you're in a tractor, so you don't really need a 12-inch screen like you do in your pickups, which you don't need either. And you also have the option to get the heated and ventilated seats and also the massage seats. So that's kind of cool in these tractors. These are the Signature Edition. So they do have the Apple and Android CarPlay and the heated and ventilated seats and the leather buddy seat and the leather main seat. It also comes with a fridge, which I don't know the dimensions of. I'll quick grab you guys. Oh boy, so you can kind of see the size on that. I can tell you from experience that it holds about 10 cans of pop. Maybe not quite that much, but you can store quite a bit. Like if you had a heated lunchbox, which I do have, and I'll be using it in a video here soon, hopefully, that I really enjoy. Anyway, you can store about 2 little plastic meal prep containers in there, a couple bottles of water, and like a Snickers if you want. So there is plenty of room in your fridge, which is also not a necessity, but it is a nice thing to have during the summer long days, the spring planting season, and obviously the fall season. It's not a necessity, but it is really nice to have. So that's a couple things on this tractor that are in the new model. I think in the older ones, they had like a pull-out fridge kind of in between the buddy seat and the driver's seat. Our QuadTrack back then, the fridges did not work. So I can't really tell you if it was better or not than these. I like these ones more. But another thing about this tractor that they did not have in the old models is a gazillion USB ports. I mean, there is at least 12 USB ports. There's even a 120 outlet on that pillar back there. I mean, why do you need that? I mean, I suppose you could plug your vacuum in if you want a clean cab. You could probably bring a gaming console, hook it up to an extra monitor, and play that while you drive tractor, which I've never done. If you guys want to see that, comment. I'll set it up sometime. We can do it. But there's also like just so many USB ports. I mean, there's like 4 in this like cubby right here. I don't know if you can see that. Try to tip it down. There's like 4 USB ports in this cubby right here. What? You don't need that many. There's also 2 car charger ports. On this side right here, there's an aux cord, USB port, 2 USB ports, another car charger. There's just a lot of those types of things in these tractors nowadays, which maybe it is nice for like if you run like precision planting on an iPad. I suppose you need to plug that in somewhere, but otherwise, I don't know too many guys that have 8 cell phones that they need to plug in and charge every day. So I know it might kind of sound like I'm just ripping into John Deere right now, and some of it is warranted, I feel like, because I feel like they did overdo some of those like USB port things. I'm not sure it costs like thousands of dollars extra, but it is a little bit overkill. But I suppose it's better to have them and not need them than need them and don't have them. I just noticed there's 2 more USB ports up on that pillar too. I don't even know what you'd use that for. I suppose your iPad for planting. But it is a really nice tractor. They definitely up the, I don't know, quality of driving. Not so much the tracks and the smoothness, but kind of just the overall comfort of the cab. I will say from first-hand experience, the cab noise is very quiet in these new models of John Deere QuadTracks, which is very nice. I mean, it is an added benefit. I know old tractors, obviously it's loud. Even the old T-Tracks that John Deere makes, they're pretty loud inside these, and especially the 8RXs. The 8RX is probably the most quiet tractor you can drive, no matter what you're doing. This one is pretty close, but obviously when you're twice the size, you're going to have some of that engine noise coming through. But overall, I think they did do a really good job with soundproofing the cab and making it more of a comfortable driving experience. So now I'm going to talk about the uses that we have this tractor for. I worded that really bad. I'm going to talk about what we use this tractor for. That sounds a lot better. So starting off, you guys saw the video of the drone footage of me running this with a disc ripper. So we obviously use it for that. We used it on the mock till, the Kinsey mock till. I showed you guys a video of that. We didn't have these last spring, and we did not have them in the summer of 2022. We got these, I think, in September and October. They came, I don't think they both came at the same time, but we didn't use these as much as the red ones, because the red ones we had to get hours on the red ones. So we didn't run these every day, or if we had a red quad sitting and a green quad sitting, we'd use the red one. And it's not that the red ones were better, they just had hours that we needed to put on them, and we didn't want to put them on these new green ones. These ones actually still have the plastic on, so these were not used at all in the field. But from my experience running these green quads, it was a very, very comfortable driving experience. These are 640s, the red quads were 620s, so a little bit of power difference in that, but not like a crazy amount. I will say though, Case IH has definitely figured out the QuadTrack better than John Deere. Obviously, when you do something for 20 years longer, you're probably going to be better at it. But John Deere definitely took a pretty big jump catching up to Case with these QuadTracks compared to like the oldest model, or like the first ones John Deere put out were definitely not up to par with Case. And I wouldn't even say these overall driving is, I would still say Case blows them away. Cab comfort, John Deere is light years ahead of Case IH. I mean, Case, the cab was super loud. They also had like 15 car charger ports, which I still don't understand. Maybe someday I'll understand it and need to plug in 10 things when I'm driving tractor, but for now, I don't need that. But anyway, as I was saying, the Case, just driving smoothness, I feel like even the power, they've figured out how to make a good QuadTrack. I'm not saying John Deere's is bad, but they have a little bit of catching up to do. But back to things on this tractor that we will use it for. I got a little off track there. Went on a nice little rant. Comment which one's better, John Deere or Case IH, in your opinion. If you choose Case over John Deere and everything, you're wrong, but I may agree with you on the QuadTrack thing. Anything else, John Deere's ahead. You can say it's not, but it is. Anyway, this spring we will use these on it. You can kind of see in the frame a field cultivator back there. That might even be, yep, that's an air seeder. These will be on one of those. Obviously I just did a video on those field cultivators, air seeders, and what those look like. If you want to go see those, watch the previous video. Hopefully we start planting here in 8 weeks, give or take. Mid to late March is ideal if the weather cooperates. But we'll use these on field cultivators and air seeders this spring. And obviously we'll plant oats during that time. And then after the oats are in the ground, we'll use these again on field cultivators to level out all the bean and corn ground before we plant. And then after that, they kind of just sit for a little while. There's not a whole lot to really use them for. Obviously you can't use these to row crop cultivate or tine weed or rotary hoe, so there's not really a big use for these until September. So once September rolls around, or once we start corn harvest, we will put these on tillage equipment, and that's about it. We'll put it on that Kinsey mock till. We'll probably have to run them on plows this year, disc rippers, chisel plows, all that good stuff, all the tillage equipment. We also ran these on the chisel plow last fall too. Also did a video on that, go check it out. But yeah, we'll use this pretty much just for tillage. I mean, these tractors are really nice in that department. They ran good in fall. We're all expecting them to perform good in the spring. So yeah, not a whole lot of uses for this otherwise besides tillage, but obviously all tractors have different uses. You need certain tractors for some things, and you need certain tractors for other things. These are very good tillage tractors. So that's what we kind of use these for on our operation. I'm sure other operations that have these tractors use them on the same things, maybe different pieces of machinery, but doing the same job at the end of the day. So now I'm going to get out of this tractor and probably face plant walking down these stairs. Give you guys a nice little backside view of this tractor quick. So was that the most in-depth educational video on one of these John Deere 9RXs? Absolutely not. But as a 21-year-old farmer, that's my opinion on it. That's what I think about it. What we use it for on our farm. Kind of what I know about this tractor. And obviously as I run it more, learn about it more, and overall just experience it more. That sounded weird in my head. I'll have more opinions on it, and I'll probably have a better understanding of how this tractor works, what it's good at, what the flaws are, what the good things about it are, and I'll probably let you guys know, because that's what this channel's about. Trying to, you know what, I don't even know what this channel's about anymore, but I enjoy showing you guys this type of stuff. I hope you guys enjoy learning about it, seeing what an organic farm is like through the eyes of a 21-year-old who has no idea what he's doing half the time, but is learning. And I hope you guys learn along with me. Next video, I'll let you guys choose in the comment section. I can give you guys a John Deere X9 tour of the cab, what I think about that, and how I think it runs, what crops we use it for, which heads, all that good stuff. We are taking apart a cultivator in the shop right now. It's Saturday. I waited to the last day of the week to record this video, so nobody's in the shop working today. Hopefully this coming week I can get a video of that, working on that cultivator, but if not, I'll do the X9 video. We already did 8RX video, so you can go check that out. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. For the guy that commented on the equipment tour, it's not a documentary. Turn the camera around. Maybe it is a documentary. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what this YouTube channel is about, doing documentaries on tractors. We'll see. I'll have a team meeting tonight with myself and decide. But until the next video, well, first of all, if you're watching to this point, I'm sorry. Secondly, leave a like. It's not that hard to tap your phone one time. If you tap it once, tap it twice. Hit the subscribe button to see more videos. I said earlier in the video, we're closing in on that spring planting season. I'm really looking forward to it. I know I did a couple of videos last spring on planting, but I feel like then I still didn't know what I was doing, even less. I still don't know what I'm doing now, but I feel like I've picked up a few tips and tricks over the past year. My Diet Coke is literally frozen because it's like -20 out today. It's not windy, so actually it's probably only like -10. But can't wait to show you guys spring, all the spring activities we have going on in the farm, and let me know what you want to see next. And until then, catch you in the next one.